Welcome to the Best Damn Podcast. I'm your host, John Keene. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask that you please add, follow, and check us out, www.thebestdampodcast.tv. Follow me Instagram and Facebook, Best Damn Podcast. Twitter, The Real Best Damn. And wherever you're watching from, make sure to hit that like, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know if today's message resonates, and don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell, get all of the notifications, and check out our other tarot, astrology, conspiracy, news, so many other types of videos, man. Like many things to actually choose from on this channel. So check it out. Also, guys, keep in mind we're viewer powered, so that means we're fully funded and supported by you. If you'd like to donate support to the channel, the links in the description box down below. You can also book your own personal tarot reading. All that information is down below as well. We're going to get into some astrology today. So this is the month of December 2022. This is for the collective here, guys. December 7th, we have the full moon in Gemini at 16 degrees, and December 23rd, the new moon in Capricorn at 1 degree. So I mean, it's like 1 degree 2 months in a row, right? Sagittarius is at 1 degree. Now Capricorn is at 1 degree, and it's about, moving forward, right? Doing what needs to be done, moving forward, just kind of taking the next step towards a new beginning, a new start, beginning a new cycle. This is a fucking powerful month, guys, astrologically. The first couple of weeks may feel a little busy, or a little intense, and by the end of the month we may kind of find ourselves needing to punch the gas to get that little extra boost, or feeling a little lethargic or whatnot. But I feel like it's going to be pretty magical. The ingresses for this month: Mercury will enter into Capricorn on the 6th. On the 9th, Venus enters into Capricorn. The 20th, Jupiter enters into Aries. So, Aries, the first zodiacal sign, it's all about beginnings as well, right? Kind of that go-getter, being very opinionated, but that fiery energy. On the 21st, we have the solstice, the winter solstice. This is a long night in the northern hemisphere, guys. It's about looking at the shadow side, inward, energy kind of moving on the inward direction. The sun entering into the Capricorn as well. And on the 29th, Mercury goes retrograde, and this goes along with, Mars retrograde in Gemini. So we got a lot of interesting things. Let's start first with December 2nd to the 4th. We have the Antares Stargate, 9 degrees of Sagittarius. This is about connecting to our emotional body, our emotional self. We have Aldebaran in Gemini, which is about the mental body crossing the axis. So the sun will cross the axis from Aldebaran to Antares, and this is going to, open up the gateway for psychic downloads, psychic connections, just a really deep, mystical, magical, powerful energy. And then on the 21st, we have the winter solstice, which, this is a sacred day, a sacred day of alignment, and this would be a time, if you're doing ritual for manifestation and all of that, another time for that. On December the 1st, we have Venus opposite Mars retrograde. This is going to put a major focus on our relationships, on our money, so money and relationships, and it's going to give a big energy boost to those themes in our life as well. Also, by the end of the month, we have evening star Venus, so this is going to, remind us to kind of love our shadow side, look at our shadow self and work on our shadow self. This is also a reminder to focus on self-love, right? To focus on self-love and to make sure that love is being returned to us in our lives, like make sure it's being reciprocated. December the 2nd to the 15th, the sun aligns with Antares, and this is that powerful cosmic gateway we just talked about, and it's all about raising our vibrations, guys. Raising our vibrations to align with our higher selves and our higher purpose, and to reconnect with our soul journey, and we do that by reconnecting to our heart space. December the 3rd, we have Neptune, which will be stationing direct And Neptune, the planet of illusion, creativity. This is about higher dreams, higher callings, unconditional love, connecting with our intuition, and trusting ourselves, right? This is the big themes. If we want to really expound on this energy, we need to connect with our intuition and trust ourselves. And this is about deep connection too. A very creative energy and a time to be incredibly creative. You may feel inspired to creativity too. It's like a clearing of the fog, right? Coming into clarity. It's actually beautiful. Then we have that moon, guys. Gemini full moon on December the 7th. And this is going to be a fiery ass, volatile ass energy, right? And it can lead to even, there being heated exchanges. Now, although it won't be as strong as the Taurus eclipse we just had, it could still trigger things that we were working on during the Taurus eclipse at this time, right? So it could trigger those eclipse energies. Mars retrograde, which is very active, will be triggering our fears, our subconscious fears, heated emotions, bringing emotions, to the surface. And this is, kind of can play into hot button themes too, whether this is, in the collective, in the news cycle, the media, or this is just in our own personal lives. It could also leave us feeling a little bit tired or lethargic, right? So there could be some tired or lethargic energy that's going wrong. But what we need to do in order to capitalize on this is to use our energy as fuel, right? As fuel for the things that we're passionate about in our life. Right? To really kind of get excited about life again. And this can really offer us that fuel to get excited about life again. Kind of just, light our fire under our ass to kind of, get us out of the funk or get us out of the stagnancy. December the 8th, Venus will be crossing the galactic center. This is all about expanding our heart space, expanding our hearts, our focus, and this is an extra abundant energy. December the 12th will be 12/12. We know that in numerology and angel numbers, the number 12 is about wholeness. It refers to graduation or the completing of a lesson. It means that we're ready for the next chapter, ready for the next cycle, ready for something new, moving on to a higher state of being or a higher calling. December the 18th to the 20th, we have the sun will be on the galactic center, and this is a supercharged ass energy. And whatever we are meditating on can provide expansion or connection in our life. So it's about meditating and focusing on the things that we want to consciously expand or connect on in life. December the 20th, we have Jupiter entering into Aries, right? Aries, the first astrological sign. It will remain there most of 2023. This is a fire sign that rules our head, right? So it can provide momentum, motivation to kind of go for our dreams or go for something to really, make us go for it. But it can also be a really opinionated energy, a strong-willed energy. It's a very entrepreneurial as well as independent energy, and it's a time for optimism and fresh starts and just kind of like a new mindset, and can really fuel a person to really, stand up for themselves, to speak out, or to just get something going and do something. It's really, useful energy. On the December 21st, we also have the winter solstice. And this is a super magical time. And it's about honoring the light and dark side of ourselves. Now, in the southern hemisphere, this will be the longest day of the year. In the northern, the longest night, and the start of winter, and the internal energies will flow, right? It's about internal energy flow. Solstice has been celebrated since the beginning of time by every culture across the globe. So, Christmas, everything that you celebrate, something is being pulled from a solstice usually. December 21st, Capricorn season will finally, officially begin. And the sun will be moving into Capricorn. And this, is represented kind of, and it's a sea goat, which represents like climbing the tallest mountain or swimming to the bottom of the ocean. It's like moving forward, taking steps ahead, steps in the right direction, being able to do whatever it takes to get to the next level or the next step in life. December 23rd, we have the Capricorn super new moon. And new moon brings in fresh energy, fresh starts. This one also will fall at 1 degree. Sagittarius fell at 1 degree as well. 1 in numerology is about beginnings. It's about starts. Like I said, this is like moving the ball forward, guys. We made room for expansion in Sagittarius, room to grow, room to breathe, and now it's about moving forward, progressing to the next level, getting it done. I love that it's at 1 degree, and this is a time to start something new. We do have the Chiron, which is the wounded healer that is active in Capricorn. And why is that important? Because December 23rd, Chiron stations direct, right? We know that it gets more powerful and amplified whenever it stations direct. So it's about our soul wounds, and healing those for expansion, healing those for growth, for transformation. And then finally, on the 29th of December, we have Mercury going retrograde. So like if you're moving, if you're making big changes, new starts, make sure you do it before Mercury retrograde to be on the safe side, because it will culminate with Mars retrograde in Gemini, and it could be kind of tough or kind of tricky. So, just make sure that we're getting the things that we're trying to get done before that time. And we're going to go and look at some of the transits of this month, too. We're just kind of run down the list here. On December the 1st, we have Mercury in Sagittarius, square Neptune in Pisces. Venus in Sagittarius, sextile Saturn in Aquarius. And like I said, this month is going to start off busy. It's going to feel really busy. A lot of things happening. Mercury in Sagittarius square Neptune in Pisces is going to offer, opportunity for expansion, growth. Things are going to be shaking and moving. It's going to be awesome. Venus in Sagittarius, sextile Saturn in Aquarius. Real expansive about our dreams. What are we dreaming about? Where are we putting our focus? Okay, December 3rd. Venus in Sagittarius, square Neptune in Pisces, right? And, focus on our love life, our money, right? And it's going to be brought into focus. And I feel like this is going to be a good time for that too, a very abundant time, a time for expansion. I feel like partnerships can really thrive, and we can really find the common ground with one another at this time too. And just by really giving each other room, or allowing each other the room to be who we are, and allowing each other room to breathe and grow. December the 5th, we have Mercury at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, square Jupiter in Pisces, also at 29 degrees. And 29, it's at the end of the degrees. It's about endings or completion or wrapping of something up. And December the 7th, Sun in Sagittarius, which opposes Mars retrograde in Gemini. And like I said, this could offer, some fiery energy, guys. This is going to be also, the same place, a full moon in Gemini is 16 degrees, right? This is all about that fire, that Mars retrograde in Gemini. Things could be kind of anxious, it's like, make sure that we're getting the things done and using our energy to the positive, to our benefit, so we don't fall, victim to being too anxious or overly emotional, or something like that. Now December 29th, we have Venus 29 degrees of Sagittarius, square Jupiter in Pisces at 29 degrees. 29, about endings, about completion, wrapping something up. On the 12th, Mercury enters the shadow period at 8 degrees in Capricorn. And 8, we know, is like achievement or accomplishment, into the shadow period. So it's like, what have we really done within our shadow selves? And are we taking a deeper look at the darker aspects of ourselves, and are we communicating that successfully? And how are we using that to help us accomplish our goals? On December the 14th, the Sun in Sagittarius, square Neptune in Pisces. The 15th to the 17th, Mercury in Capricorn, trine the North Node in Taurus, and Uranus in Taurus. So, it's about, worth, luxury, all of that, sensuality. And December 20th, Jupiter enters into Aries for the third and final time. And this is going to be huge, right? Bringing in beginnings, giving us that boost, giving us that fire, giving us that pep in our step, what we're needing. On the 21st, the Sun in Capricorn, square Jupiter in Aries, the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. And it's all about magic. It's all about manifestation. It's all about focusing on our soul's goal, our soul wounds, right? And our highest calling, our highest purpose. On the 22nd, Venus in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus. Finally, 24th to 28th, Mercury and Venus in Capricorn, sextile Neptune and Pisces, going to give us favorable aspects to Mercury and Venus as well with our love and our communication. This is really a time to kind of chop things out. If you need to talk, expand in our love life and make sure we're aligned with the things that are giving back to us. On the 29th, Mercury retrograde into Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn, conjunct Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. With that retrograde, we know that can present challenges with tech, communication, and where we see that it is actually Venus in Capricorn, conjunct Mercury. Right, so there could be, working with, communications in our love life and how we communicate within partnerships. And on the 31st, Venus in Capricorn, conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, bringing things to the light, bringing things to a conclusion, kind of seeing what's there and facing it head on, So this is going to be a very, very interesting month. We will be doing a collective tarot reading also for the month of December 2022. So Holy Spirit, what do we have for the collective for the month of December 2022? Holy Spirit, what do we have for the collective for the month of December 2022? Guys, make sure to check out our tarot readings for all 12 signs also, and check out our other videos, guys. Book your own personal tarot reading. They're a great Christmas gift, birthday gift for you or for someone else, and they're just really good to read the energies and kind of see what's going on in your life as well. Yeah, so check that out. Oh, here we go. Start off with the Page of Pentacles. It's like we're moving into this earthy energy, and it's like, in order to kind of get grounded in our lives and bring that stability into our lives that I think we're all seeking, and that's what it's about, is taking the next step forward, moving something forward, progressing, expanding, growing. It's like, in order to do that, we need to kind of study. And some of us right now, we're doing that. We're studying a new career path, or, taking on a new spiritual belief. And it's like, really, I think more than anything, learning to study ourselves, right? To be students of ourselves, and to know that the better we understand ourselves, the better we can understand our needs. We can understand our strengths and weaknesses, and the more that we can get done, the more that we can accomplish in life. So it's like, right now, a lot of us are probably taking on new things, trying to find different ways to expand and grow in all the different areas of our life. Yeah. The Seven of Pentacles, right? It's about counting one's blessings too. It's like, putting in that work, sowing, the seeds, putting in the effort necessary. And I feel like that's where we're at now. Capricorn at 1 degree, it's like a new beginning. We're getting these beginnings 2 months in a row. It's because we put in the work. If you've done the work at this time, you're feeling really good about yourself, and you're feeling like things are starting to come into alignment. Things are starting to come into balance. Things are starting to come to fruition. It's like, as long as you aren't holding on, and that's what last month Sagittarius was about, was like releasing, to create the room for expansion, the room for growth, the room to move forward. Now it's taking the step forward into the new beginning, into the cycle. We talk about the phoenix rising from the ashes. Now we've risen, and it's time to fly. It's time to be, reborn. But in order to do that, you have had to put in the work. And it's like working on the emotional self, working on the mental self, working on the spiritual self, making sure that we're giving to things that are giving back to us. And the things that are giving to us, focusing our energy on that. That way we can be more successful, more abundant in our life, and releasing toxic shit, releasing stagnant shit, releasing all the relationships, the people, situations, circumstances that don't serve us, because we know now, we've learned, we've seen, and it's like the proof is in the pudding. It's self-evident which places we need to put our energy at, as we're moving forward. Now the Hierophants, commitments in the past, it's like feeling obligated, I think, too. It's like this Taurus eclipse, it brought out a lot of that, like our sense of self-worth, and understanding that, we're not obligated to commit to things that aren't committed to us. We're not obligated to commit to people that aren't committed to us, right? It's like we give to the things that give back. We give to the things that are important to us, that bring us joy and fulfillment. And I feel like we have recently, a lot of us have made new commitments, It's like we're committed to ourselves now. And this month is all about self-love and being committed to self and being committed to your own growth, your own journey, and your own happiness. Yeah, the Chariot. Wow, the immediate future. It's like, this is Cancerian energy. But it's like, real watery, and like, we with these this Antares gate, right? This is a real emotional energy anyway. It's like stepping up and being more emotionally fulfilled, having a bigger cup to fill. And I feel like we're getting there. We're finding ourselves expanding and our hearts opening up, and we're finding ourselves more and more full, right? And we're finding fulfillment in different areas of our life. And this is about leveling up, right? Taking the next move. Some of you could literally be moving, changing locations. Some of you could be changing jobs. Some of you could be changing relationships. You could be meeting someone at a distance. But it's about going the distance, right? Taking the steps necessary and it growing. You're like on the journey, appreciating the journey and seeing the journey for the whole, like for the experience, and not taking our losses so personally. It's like seeing even the L's as part of the journey. Yeah. Two of Pentacles, it's like finding that balance, understanding we always have choices. Even not making a choice is a choice, right? So it's like two is about choices, and I feel like we have choices right now. It's like, how do we proceed forward? Do we continue to perpetuate the same cycles, the same orbits of the past, or is it time to let those cycles go and the people connected to those cycles? And we can see the past resurfacing this month, like old exes and relationships and shit like that kind of popping back up, and it's like, do I want to repeat that again? Do I want to go down that road again? I know how that story ends. I know how that story plays out. I know how this cycle ends. It's like letting go of those old cycles, making the choice to move it forward. And it's like the sea goat, right? The highest mountain, the deepest ocean. It's like taking the journey, appreciating the journey, and understanding that we have what it takes to get us through to the next level. The Page of Wands, some of you could be receiving an important message, that's going to lead you to action. Some of you could just need to reach out to, friends, social circles, and find more balance in your social life. And you will be finding more balance in your social life. Some of you will be networking more this month, and I feel like connecting with family is going to be incredibly important to some of us as well. Our career, our family, it's like really balancing that, finding time to have fun still though, and serve your fun side, your emotional needs, right? All your needs. Make sure you're taking care of you, the inner child. It's all about the inner child this month, nurturing the inner child and making sure that that child is happy so it can grow and be healthy, right? On the spiritual plane. The Queen of Pentacles, focusing on our pentacles, focusing on our abundance, right? This earth energy, it's like making things come to fruition in real time in the real world. It's like finding that stability and finding it in ourselves first and foremost, and knowing that our lives is a reflection or a projection of what's going on the inside, and that everything we need is within. All of our abundance is there. We have infinite abundance, infinite love, infinite happiness, infinite joy on the inside. It's about creating that state and circumstances, within ourselves, and allowing that to manifest itself on the external, right? And once we have that, feeding the areas that feed us back, feeding the people that feed our soul, feeding the things that truly feed our soul, and finding meaning and value and purpose and really going for it. And I feel like a lot of us are going for it. The Emperor, that's that Jupiter and Aries energy, right? This is going for it, right? And this is the external influences, like a new start. It's finding, and we talked about this too, how this Moon in Gemini, right? This could bring some fiery energy. This could bring the motivation. Mars retrograde in Gemini, Mercury retrograde, right? This could bring, stagnancy, the fight between stagnancy. But Jupiter and Aries, this is like that extra that extra gas. It's like the fight between feeling tired at the end of the race, but like finding that extra fire, right? That extra fire to keep it going. And I feel like we're finding that. We're finding that motivation within ourselves. We're finding that inner strength, right? And we're finding it by speaking our truth too. Like sometimes we can be, watch out for being over opinionated or being overly sensitive or overly emotional or being too reactive, but learning how to adapt. Right? So not being reactive, but adaptive in our lives, and having that go-getter spirit and going for our dreams, going for the things that truly fulfill us and make us happy, going for the things that give us purpose. Bam! Hopes and dreams. Two of Cups. This is reciprocated energy, and this is what Capricorn is all about. Self-love. Am I getting back what I'm putting out? Am I getting the love back in my life that I need? Right? And this is about reciprocation, right? All about reciprocation. The Two of Cups, more choices, like choosing to love yourself. Right? We're no longer giving to situations that leave us feeling empty. We're no longer allotting our time and becoming unbalanced from having an unbalanced life. We're learning everything in moderation, even moderation, and that we have to apply energy, healthy, positive energy in all areas of our life to have healthy, positive manifestations. And we can't hang on to the things that don't serve us. We can't hang on to toxic things. We have to let things go to make room for new. And if we just keep taking the next best step, then we'll keep moving forward in the right direction. And this is about moving forward. It might seem like we're not. You might even feel stuck a little bit this month towards the end of the month, but you're not. You're moving forward. You're moving in the right direction. You're moving towards growth. And it's the Knight of Cups. It's like the knight in shining armor coming to bring that emotional relief, that watery energy, that emotional relief. It's saying, it's like saving yourself from the monotony, from the mundane, from the mediocre, right? By believing in yourself. It's like only if you admit defeat in your mind and in your heart and decide to close yourself off, do you close yourself off from opportunity. It's like when you believe in yourself and you put the energy and the effort in, opportunities will open up. And like whether you're pursuing career, creative projects, it's like go for it. And for love, it's like opening yourself up and being willing to give the emotion, in order to receive. It's like being willing. And I feel like if we're willing, it'll come. It's like believing in ourselves, being the magician, being the Gemini, manifesting, right? Manifestation. We are manifesting our own lives. We are manifesting our own magic in our lives too. And it's like starts with our thoughts, right? Which goes to our emotions and how we feel, right? And this comes into action, right? Everything is a reflection of self, and understanding that it all starts about refining ourselves, working on our emotional, mental, spiritual self, creating healthy, balanced, aligned lives for our highest calling, our highest purpose, to receive the highest outcome. Yeah, and we're coming from hard work. We've all been working our ass off, man, putting our head down and really trying to just make it all work. And I feel like sometimes we feel like we get lost in the sauce of the everyday struggle, and it's like we're starting to see a payoff. This is a time of payoff. Capricorn energy, it's like all about self-love, self-expansion, and taking the next step forward. We're seeing the progression now, and now we're starting to see progress in our life, and it's because we put in the hard work. Let's see if we have any oracle messages for the collective for December 2022. Holy Spirit, any more extra messages for the collective for December 2022? Okay, here we go, guys. All right. The truthful, the affirmation, I speak my truth and expect everyone I care about to do so too. I speak my truth and expect everyone I care about to do so too. And what did I say? It's about, speaking up, right? That opinionated energy, like speaking your truth, being bold, saying what you need from a relationship, from a partnership, saying, the terms that you're willing to work on to be, to bring happiness, saying what you need to pursue your creative endeavors. It's speaking your truth, man, and being bold in it and knowing that if you do so, others will feel compelled to do so as well. Wow. And the confident, the affirmation, I honor all I have done to make me who I am today. I honor all I have done to make me who I am today. And it's about confidence. Confidence in the process. Confidence in the journey, right? And in the hard work that you put in. That inner knowing, saying like, I know myself well enough to know I'm on the right path. And I know myself, so I know what I need. I know who I need. I know, I know what situations I can thrive in. I know the work I put in, and being confident in the work I put in, being confident you're headed in the right direction, right? You're headed for success. Yeah. And the Tamer, I believe my call is to be just without anger at those who disagree. I believe my call is to be just without anger at those who disagree. It's like people don't have to see it the way you see it. They don't have to believe what you believe, right? It's like letting people do their own thing. And it's like those who vibe with you will vibe with you. And those are on the same frequency, the same resonance, right? They'll be there with you. If they're meant to be on your path, they will. And the things that are meant for you, you will have. And things that you don't, you will not. So, but what is meant for us, we will constantly gravitate towards and push towards, and we'll be surrounded by the same people, places, and things that are on that compatible with that energetic frequency. So the higher the vibe, the higher the frequency, the higher the life we can lead, and the higher the purpose we can have. It's about believing in it, loving ourselves, respecting ourselves, and pushing forward, and believing in the overall journey, and seeing even our losses and shortcomings as part of the overall journey, right? Respecting and loving the journey, because that's what it's all about. Life is one big journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, give us a like, leave a comment, let me know if it resonated. Subscribe, click the bell to get the notifications for all our future videos, tarot, astrology, conspiracy, so much more. Join the Best Damn Fam, $33 a month, access to our private live and exclusive content. Keep in mind, we're viewer powered. Donate, support, PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, Facebook Messenger Pay. Or you can get a YouTube or Facebook subscription. You can also book a personal tarot reading for you, a friend, a family member, for Christmas, birthdays. They make an awesome gift, or just awesome to, check in on the energies and see where you're at, man. Just see what's going on if you have questions or anything, 513-393-2396, or email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome December. Check out all 12 signs tarot readings for the month of December as well. And check out our weekly shows. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.